Why?
Because I don't want him to leave again, you dumb asshole!
Wow, did that actually get to Rick? Oh, man. Again, the emotional undertones in this show are pretty heavy. Excuse me.
I was gonna hop over to the gloppy drop system, get some ice cream.
And people of color, and poor people, and gay people, and all the people that I care about aren't gonna be safe in America. Neither the fuck are you guys. Just because you won doesn't mean we don't remember who the fuck you voted for. You're not in the clear. And just please don't test your gangster on me, because you will end on a stretcher.
Yeah, don't you test your gangster on her. She's a badass. You can tell she's clearly a badass, right? She must be.
You will end on a stretcher. Gone forever.
Gone forever. Oh, well, I'll give her credit for one thing. That's pretty well articulated. I think it's pretty obvious exactly what she means here. No matter what someone else might opine, I believe it's pretty clear by what someone means by gone forever.
So serious. Nobody fucking talk to me unless you want to swing. If you want to fight, text me, call me, whatever. Anybody else, stay the fuck out of my face. And if you voted for Trump, literally, please delete me, block me, get rid of everything of me, or step to me so that I know what's up and I can handle you how I see fit. Please just come forward. We fucking know. Just tell me. Or leave. Please. The door.
Okay, this is well, I was gonna say it's crossed over into ridiculous, but it's been ridiculous from the start. But now she's like, she's tough. She's a fighter. I mean, I almost hesitate to say this, but it just makes me curious what would happen if somebody did actually step to her. And as I say that, don't actually step to her. I don't want any violence to befall this woman. I don't want any harassment to befall this woman. She's dug herself a deep enough hole as it is. But you go online and post things like that. I mean, you can't be surprised if bad things then happen to you in real life. I mean, what the fuck are people thinking? This absolutely charming woman is Annie Dunleavy. And as I just said, very important. I can't stress this enough. Listen, you guys, if anybody's even thinking about it, don't come at her in any way. It's going to complicate things for you. And again, she's already ruined herself. It's no need to take it any further. But I'm just stunned by, we've been watching these videos. We did that whole reaction video to people having meltdowns, and it's stunning. I mean, people like Annie here are just losing their shit to the point where they don't care about their futures, or they're not thinking about their futures. Everything goes out the window because their fifis are so hurt by the results of an election. And even her, she talks in the beginning about how America's now a dangerous place for certain people to live. How is it dangerous? I mean, I understand there's a lot of people that don't agree with Trump's proposed policies. I get that, but how are they actually physically dangerous to people outside of people who are here illegally? And even then, I don't know it's physically dangerous unless you would consider being removed from the country physical danger. If that's the case, then sure, they're in danger, but who else are we talking about here? But anyway, this Annie, she went on a local news show, and it gave her, I just figured, okay, she's on a news show, she's going to double down now. She's going to back up her tough talk, and she'll explain why she's not the person you want to step to, right? That's what she's going to do?
If you voted for Trump, literally, please delete me, block me, get rid of everything of me, or step to me so that I know what's up and then I can handle you how I see fit. Just because you won doesn't mean we don't remember who the blank you voted for, you're not in the clear. Please don't test your gangster on me because you will end on a stretcher, gone forever. What does that mean exactly?
Yeah, so
it
that
sounds like a threat.
It sounds very extreme. And again, I was in a moment of high emotions and I shouldn't have ever posted the video. But what the message I was trying to get across, and it came off very wrong, was, if this is going to give people the almost permission in their minds to enact violence against women or anybody, I wanted to basically just say, I'm not going to go down without a fight.
Now that was absolute bullshit right there. Absolute, pure unadulterated garbage. If she wanted to come out and say it was the heat of the moment, I was really upset and I shouldn't have posted that, I'm in agreement. Yes, you shouldn't have posted that. The fact that you needed to record it is bad enough, but definitely shouldn't take, if that's cathartic for you or whatever, just to record it, okay. But to post it, she's a teacher. I mean, you have some education. You think you have a little bit of wherewithal in your life. At no point was that a good idea to post that. But here's what really pisses me off. Now she's going to go into this is what I really meant. Now you're full of it. Because it's very clear in that video what you meant. Just, if you want to, as I said, go on the TV show. Explain that your emotions got the best of you. Apologize. By all means, apologize. But then when you take it to the step of trying to say what you meant was something else, and you're trying to make yourself look good by what you actually meant, you were just defending others. Now you just become even more pathetic. Just more ridiculous.
I mean, it's my life's dream to be a teacher. I consider those kids my kids because I don't have any of my own. And they fill that for me. And it's so fulfilling. It's so rewarding. And I know that what people see right now, I don't look like that person, but I truly would do anything to help any child and any family in need.
Okay, and now here we go. And now come the waterworks. Listen, here's the thing, lady. If you are that easily pushed over the edge, if your emotions are such that you can be tweaked into saying things that are this potentially violent, and you just admitted yourself that you basically lose control, I shouldn't have posted that. Well, no kidding. So you don't even have a decent filter for yourself. Maybe it's not best, regardless of what you feel about the kids and they're like your own and all that. You could make a strong case that maybe you're not somebody who should be influencing children because you're obviously not in control by your own admissions. You're not in control of your own emotions. And maybe it's better that somebody who doesn't have any real control and has exhibited it, maybe you shouldn't be the one, giving children direction. See, I'm curious what you guys think, but I have absolute zero sympathy for her. If you thought at any point, if there was ever a moment, and there obviously was, where you thought it was a good idea to post something like that, and you were that out of control with how you feel, I mean, that you're threatening to make people go away, they're going to go out on a stretcher. You have some serious issues. And again, I'm going to say it one more time in this video. Don't step up to this lady. Don't look for this lady. Just leave her alone. What she's done to her own life now is trust me, punishment enough. She's changed the course of her whole life. This is the kind of thing that follows you everywhere. So leave her alone. But she's a perfect case study for what we've been talking about with these people losing their shit on the internet. Hey, if you want to post that stuff, that's great. But at least have enough wherewithal to understand that, as we've said, the internet is forever, and there's likely to be some comeuppance for it. There's a good chance you're going to be held to task for what you said. And if at that point you just start crying and begging off, well, I don't think that's a particularly effective strategy for gaining anyone's sympathies. At least that's the way I see it. And I try and, anything like this, I try and look at it from a personal level, from my own perspective too. I get angry at things all the time. I see things online that make me angry. I see things in the world that make me angry. And I have my opinions on it. A lot of them I keep to myself. I can honestly say I don't remember ever being struck by anything in the political stratosphere, as much as I can't stand certain people in politics, that made me genuinely want to talk about sending people out on stretchers or bringing harm to them. I think that's a little extreme. But here's the thing. The reason that, and I know some people get upset by this. Let me clarify what I'm about to say very carefully. The reason I don't have any online accounts that are not directly traceable to me with picture, name, and everything is because I don't say anything online that I'm ashamed of or that I wouldn't say in person. Now, again, the reason I'm categorizing this, people get upset and say, well, Curtis, you don't understand. It's, the internet's a scary place. It's better for a lot of us to be incognito. I get that. That's not what I'm saying. I completely 100% understand why people want to be anonymous online. But then you have a subset of that wants to be anonymous because they want to say things that are provocative, or they want to try and trigger other people, and they want to get people worked up. And to me, if you need to make an anonymous account to do that, you're just kind of sad and pathetic. Again, it's not for me, those anonymous accounts, because that way, if my face and name are attached to everything I do, it holds me to task. If I post something, I post it with the knowledge that I'm going to stand behind it. And if I posted it, it means it's something that I would have said to anybody involved to their face. But people don't tend to look at things that way. A lot of people don't. Again, it's my way of doing things is probably not the safest. You're much safer to be online anonymously, but the vast majority of people are online anonymously just because they want to partake, not because they're looking to prove how tough they are. At least I can say for this woman, I don't know if it's an at least, she wasn't hiding who she was when she posted it. Yeah, I don't know, is that a plus or is that a minus? It's better off if you just didn't have to post those thoughts. Have those thoughts to yourself, but don't post them. But then when we have people that are that out of control with their own emotions, maybe it's better we do know, because they might be something like a teacher, and parents should get to decide whether or not they want their children influenced by this person. But that's pretty much my take on that. Again, we're going to be watching, there's another set of those videos, or of those clips that we had watched of people just melting down, and I'm going to be watching that and doing a reaction video to that here at the channel too, because it just amazes me. And to be honest with you, it makes me laugh that people are that unable to control themselves. And the way they go about expressing their lack of control is just funny. So there's going to be more of them on here. But anybody doing that stuff, again, just be aware. There's probably going to be a moment where you have to, you're called to task for what you said, and just be prepared for it. And the only other thing I wanted to cover in today's episode is tonight is and I should have covered this earlier in the week. But anyway, tonight is the Mike Tyson-Jake Paul fight. I'm fascinated for it. I know a lot of us are. I'll put my prediction out there with the other basket of predictions. I think Tyson wins. And I am amazed I watch his workout videos, and he has been able to maintain a significant amount of hand speed. I mean, you can tell where it's down. But he's 58, I'm 63. For me, just from my personal experiences with how you start to age, he's doing this at a right time, because I noticed right as I was getting to about 60, it's almost kind of like a switch. It started getting really difficult to maintain strength. Strength is something that as I've gotten older, you can maintain a big hunk of your strength. It's the speed and reaction time that slows, and hell, that starts slowing for me in your mid 30s even. But you can see where Tyson's hand speed is really still decent. He's still hitting hard. But the big thing is, the reason I'm picking Tyson isn't even about those monster hands. It's his boxing skills and specifically his head movement. Jake Paul, everybody he's fought, there's been nobody that is a skilled fighter, and certainly nobody with any defensive abilities at all. Everybody he's fought, if you go back through the list, was just willing to stand there with their face out and allow themselves to be hit. Mike Tyson's not going to do that. And Mike Tyson was heavyweight champ largely because not just because he could hit hard, but because you couldn't hit him. And his opponents will tell you that. And he's not going to have lost that ability. Maybe he doesn't move side to side quite as quickly, but at least he moves side to side. He's going to give you angles, and he's not going to let Jake Paul just tee off like these other yo-yos did. It's just far too much experience, and I think Tyson's experience and expertise at the game outweighs what he may have lost from Father Time. Plus that, and if you watch Jake Paul, I'll give the kid credit. He throws some heavy punches, but they're sloppy. And the knockout punches he's thrown in the past are ones that I don't think ever connect with Tyson because they're long, looping punches, and Mike Tyson's just seen too much of that, too much experience. Now, I could be wrong, and Jake Paul, as a heavy puncher, will always have that puncher's chance. But if I'm betting my money, and I might, that money will go on Tyson. So we'll see. I've been wrong many times before. This could be another occasion, but I'm going to be watching that fight. For any of you who want to put it in, and again, I know I should have mentioned this days ago, but put your fight prediction into the comments as well. Let's see who the great prognosticators here are. I'll talk to you guys soon. So we know, Walt knows enough about chemical spill to get rid of the body. Gun's gone. Told you, shit.